Troubleshooting is one of the most important skills across many professions, from IT and engineering to customer service and operations. Employers seek candidates who can think critically, analyze problems, and quickly arrive at practical solutions without losing patience or focus. Interviews that emphasize troubleshooting aim to evaluate your logical reasoning, creativity, communication, and ability to remain calm under pressure. In this video, we will walk through common troubleshooting interview questions, explore strong sample answers, and share useful tips. Preparing for these questions will help you present yourself as a dependable problem solver who thrives when faced with challenges. The role of troubleshooting in the workplace. Troubleshooting involves identifying, analyzing, and resolving problems to ensure smooth operations. Whether it is diagnosing a faulty machine, fixing a technical software error, or addressing a customer complaint, troubleshooting requires systematic thinking and persistence. Strong troubleshooters don't just fix problems, they prevent them from recurring by identifying root causes. Employers value this skill because it saves time, improves efficiency, and maintains customer satisfaction. Question 1. Can you describe your approach to troubleshooting a problem? Here's how you can answer. My approach starts with clearly identifying the problem. I gather all relevant information, ask clarifying questions if needed, and then break down the issue into smaller parts. I systematically test possible causes and eliminate them one by one until I identify the root cause. Once I find it, I implement a solution, verify that it works, and document the steps so the same issue can be avoided in the future. Tip: emphasize a structured, logical, and repeatable process. Employers appreciate candidates who are methodical rather than reactive. Question 2. Can you give an example of a time when you solved a difficult problem? Here's how you can answer. In my previous role as an IT support specialist, a user's system kept crashing during critical tasks. Initial checks didn't reveal the problem, but I carefully examined the error logs and discovered an outdated driver conflict. I updated the drivers, tested the system, and the crashes stopped. I also shared the solution with my team to prevent similar issues. This experience reinforced the importance of patience, persistence, and documenting solutions. Tip: use the STAR method, situation, task, action, result, to structure your response and show the real-world impact of your troubleshooting. Question 3. How do you handle troubleshooting under pressure, such as during downtime? Here's how you can answer. When troubleshooting under pressure, I stay calm and focus on the most urgent impact first. I quickly gather available information, communicate updates with stakeholders, and prioritize solutions that can restore operations fastest. Once immediate service is restored, I revisit the problem to implement a long-term fix. Staying calm under pressure helps me think clearly and maintain team confidence. Tip: highlight stress management, clear communication, and prioritization when describing high-pressure troubleshooting scenarios. Question 4. What do you do if you cannot find the cause of a problem? Here's how you can answer. If I cannot immediately find the cause, I escalate the issue by collaborating with colleagues or researching external resources. I also revisit the problem with a fresh perspective and try alternative approaches. While persistence is key, I also know when to seek help to ensure the problem is resolved efficiently without wasting time. Tip: show humility, teamwork, and resourcefulness. Employers don't expect you to solve everything alone. Question 5. How do you prioritize issues when multiple problems occur at once? Here's how you can answer. I prioritize based on impact and urgency. Problems that affect a large number of users or critical systems take priority, while minor issues can be scheduled later. I also communicate timelines to stakeholders so they know what to expect. This structured prioritization ensures important operations continue smoothly while smaller problems are still addressed. Tip: employers want to see decision-making ability, not just technical knowledge. Question 6. How do you communicate troubleshooting steps to non-technical people? Here's how you can answer. I avoid jargon and explain issues in simple, relatable terms. For example, instead of saying a database is experiencing latency, I might explain that the system is running slower because the data is taking longer to load. I also provide step-by-step instructions and confirm the person understands before moving on. Clear communication builds trust and reduces frustration. Tip: demonstrate empathy, clarity, and customer service skills. Question 7. What tools or methods do you use for troubleshooting? Here's how you can answer. I use diagnostic tools relevant to the problem. For IT issues, that might include log analyzers, monitoring dashboards, or command line tools. For mechanical problems, I rely on inspection, testing equipment, and systematic elimination of potential faults. In all cases, I combine technical tools with logical problem solving to ensure accuracy. Tip: tailor your answer to your specific field, but stress adaptability and systematic use of tools. Question 8. Can you give an example of when you prevented a problem before it occurred? Here's how you can answer. During routine maintenance, I noticed unusual temperature readings in a machine system. Instead of ignoring it, I investigated further and discovered a failing cooling fan. Replacing it immediately prevented a major breakdown that would have stopped production for hours. Preventive troubleshooting is as important as fixing problems after they occur. Tip: show foresight and initiative. Proactive troubleshooting is highly valued. Question 9. How do you document and share your troubleshooting solutions? Here's how you can answer. I document each step I took, what worked and what didn't, along with the final solution. I then store it in a shared knowledge base so others can benefit. Good documentation not only prevents recurring issues but also trains new team members. Sharing knowledge makes the whole team more efficient. Tip: stress organization, teamwork, and knowledge sharing. Question 10. Why should we hire you for a troubleshooting role? Here's how you can answer. You should hire me because I bring strong analytical skills, persistence, and the ability to remain calm under pressure. I have experience solving both technical and operational issues, and I always focus on root causes rather than just temporary fixes. I am committed to documenting solutions, collaborating with others, and ensuring that systems run smoothly. My combination of technical knowledge, logical thinking, and communication skills makes me a strong fit for this role. Tip: summarize your strengths confidently, aligning them with the organization's need for dependable troubleshooters. Additional troubleshooting interview questions you may encounter. Describe a time when you had to troubleshoot a problem with limited information. How do you ensure you don't repeat mistakes while solving issues? What is the first step you take when a customer reports a system failure? How do you balance short-term fixes with long-term solutions? What would you do if two managers asked you to fix different urgent problems at the same time? Final thoughts. Troubleshooting interview questions are designed to test your logical reasoning, persistence, and ability to handle stress. Employers want to see that you can approach problems systematically, communicate effectively, and prioritize wisely. They are not just interested in whether you can solve problems, but also how you approach them, how you interact with others during the process, and whether you can prevent them from recurring. To prepare, practice explaining your troubleshooting process clearly, using examples from past experience. Focus on how you identify root causes, how you handle pressure, and how you ensure solutions are sustainable. Employers value candidates who are not only technically skilled but also resourceful, communicative, and team-oriented. By showcasing your ability to stay calm, think logically, and deliver solutions that last, you will position yourself as a reliable problem solver, an essential quality in any role that involves troubleshooting.